What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Shoot or Shoot, where every shot you do not take, you will miss. So shoot that thing. I'm coming to you today with a very sad edition of Shoot or Shoot. My Chicago Bears took a very, very tough loss yesterday. Hail Mary at the end of the game to lose the game. It was not only sad because it happened and I saw it, but I saw it live. I felt the energy. I felt the highs, the lows, in-betweens, and all that good stuff that I experienced and the fans experienced. Started off first half, no points. We invested all this money in these offensive players, the number one pick from USC, good old Caleb Williams, started off looking like week one Caleb Williams. Receivers were open. He was overthrowing them, or he was throwing behind them. Didn't know what was going on. Our top five defense played like a top five defense. It was a bend but don't break defensive day for us. What happened was they had all field goals. We had 2 touchdowns towards the end, second half, rather. And a lot could be blamed on that loss. The defense, of course, at the end of the game it can be blamed for the reason that we lost because of the Hail Mary. But I want to pinpoint my good old friend, Tyrique Stevenson. Mr. Taunting the fans. And that wasn't even the big issue of the fans being taunted, he doing the taunting, whatever, because the ball wasn't thrown over there till another 6 or so seconds. All right. So, but what happened was what a lot of people do not realize, outside of him taunting the fans and thinking the game is over, when you still have a very, very capable quarterback in Jalen and a very, very capable group of receivers from the Commanders, all right? Especially one being Scary Terry, which he pretty much did us in for a good part of the game yesterday. But not only that, he was the one who hit the ball. And people who don't watch football or don't understand football or just see the highlights, see everybody going crazy over it, and just you kind of enamored with all that. When there's a Hail Mary like that, this was prevent defense, which we had prevent defense set up. You hit the ball, you hit it down, you knock it to the ground. So none of that would happen yesterday would have happened. Okay? He not only taunted the fans, he was the one to run in, the first one to hit the ball. All right? And knock it up in the air. We're the first and the only one to hit the ball to knock it up in the air. But that's not even the big issue. He was the person that's supposed to have been boxing out Noah, the person who caught the ball. That was his responsibility. Box out that player who caught the ball just willy-nilly by himself like it was a toss from a 2-year-old. That, in turn, caused us to lose that game. All right? Granted, you play 4 quarters, you play all these minutes, and then you can't just say in 20 seconds that's the reason you lost. But that was a big contributing part because we fought back. Took the lead with 25 seconds left. Caleb, you can say all you want to about Caleb Williams. I know I was not super high on him coming out of college. Not too high on him now, but he's growing on me, as I've told a lot of folks. You can't blame him. He stunk it up the first half. I mean, no question about it. Second half, started getting his groove. Led us on a great fourth quarter comeback with a scramble that was probably the best scramble you can do in any kind of football, high school, college football, or NFL, and found an open receiver. All right, found Keenan Allen in the middle of the field for a first down, kept the chains moving. All right, orchestrated the drive to win the game. So people can blame him, people can point fingers at him, but I'm not going to because he's a rookie. Number one against number two. Jalen Daniels had a good game. Jalen Daniels pretty much kept him on the check as far as passing. I mean, he had some good passes, but now he threw that one pass for like 70 yards, pushed his numbers up, pushed him to commander stardom, which he was already ascending there, and he's deserving of it. But it wasn't that much of a big difference in between quarterbacks. They both had their struggles. They both had their rise and falls. Jalen Daniels had more of a rise than Caleb Williams had on Sunday. But it was definitely a sad, heartbreaking day. I've never been at a game, playing or witnessed a game that was like that with the Hail Mary. I was telling a couple of friends before the game started on my way there, I'm hoping for a classic game. You know, I don't go to every game all year long. I don't have season tickets, so I pick and choose the games I go to during the year, and I always want a great game. I think I got exactly what I wanted. It was a classic. It surely did not go the way I wanted it to go, and the other Bears fans that were there. And we were deep in there. If you listen to the game on TV, when we scored, I cheered just as loud as the Commanders were. So it wasn't for the lack of fan support, and I sat right behind the team, and I didn't see any body language that was conducive to being a bad teammate, having bad juju. Even we stunk it up the first half. Everybody seemed pretty positive. Caleb, the receivers, DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift. You know, because I was watching. I was only 16 rows up, so I was watching. Great body language. So I mean, we can build off this. Like, I don't think no realistic Bears fan think we're going to the Super Bowl this year. I realistically think we could make the playoffs, but it's Green Bay's looking good. I hate to say it, and Detroit is looking outstanding. Minnesota's taking a little hit, so I don't know what they're going to do, but it's going to be probably a winning team with at least 11 wins in the NFC North that may not make the playoffs, and that's going to be about 10 or 11 wins, and they might not make the playoffs, and that's tough. But all in all, like I say, it was a great experience. I won't change it for the world. Only thing I would change is the outcome. But like I said, I never experienced a game that loud. I mean, the highs and lows, the energy, the result. It was a beautiful game, and it was good for NFL football. And I'm happy to be a fan. And the next game I go to, I hope it can be even almost as good as that game. Signing off, still sad, but getting over it. Shoot or shoot.